And welcome back to Michigan International Speedway. We're riding along with Steve Arpin. You see a little steam off the right front of this race car. Looks like overheat. We're hearing that he may have an engine going away.
It's currently fourth in the points, only 105 points back, and you can't afford a DNF in this series. The guy that wins the championship doesn't lay down very often. Looks like Steve's got his gloves off and thinks it's over.
Jim.
One thing, guys, is he comes behind the wall. The nose of the car has been taped up. A lot of the cars I noticed on the grid had a lot of tape across the nose. Unfortunately for this team, the overflow is now spewing on the Mike-Star Lemonade Chevrolet. He talked about fighting the motor. He restarted on that after the caution in second position. The motor got hot. He pulls behind the wall. He's going to try to get that car with more water back in it, but unfortunately for him, he said the motor was going away. They want to pull some tape and cool it off. So again, the taped up nose here in this Chevrolet may be causing other problems for other teams, as it's pretty warm this afternoon.
Well, 77 degrees when the green flag flew. We talked
about how these teams rely on those front fenders and that nose of the car to help them get through these long turns. The one thing you can do to help is close up the grill. You know, obviously you have to have air in the grill to cool the engine, but you want as little air in there as you can possibly have. Tape will help more downforce in the front end, but let's listen.
See the steam coming out of the overflow there at the right side base of the windshield.
You just know that sound. Nothing good could come from that. As a driver, you think, darn, my race is over. As a car owner, you think, wonder what that just cost me.
We saw Clay Rogers being pushed behind the wall, so all of a sudden the attrition rate goes up.
Yeah, we have currently 11 cars on the lead lap. Frank Kimmel's actually the last car on the lead lap, and he's about to go a lap down.
But that lead for Craig Ghost has been maintained anywhere from 3.5 to 4 seconds.
And he's into the back of the 10. The 10 not deciding on a line there. That's Rick Clifton in the 10. And Craig Ghost has to lock the brakes up to avoid collision.
I think the 10 decided on the line. It was just the same one that Craig Ghost thought he wanted. You certainly understand what, as a leader of the race, you deal with a lot of different factors out there. This lap car was something that he didn't judge correctly.
Boy, this could have really been atrocious for Craig Ghost. He's running about 20 miles an hour faster.
I can't believe he got it slowed down. It looked like for sure he's going to mow right over top of him.
I believe they have short track brakes on that car, it looked like.
That was impressive to not run over top of him.
Wendy.
I think Craig Ghost was just as impressed as well. They asked him, did you run into him? And he goes, I don't know how I did it, but I did not touch him. Jim?
You're complaining of a tight condition. Obviously, they're looking at the right front fender on your right-hand side of your screen for the Qualcomm Toyota of the 6 of Nelson Piquet Jr. They're going to change 4 tires here, but again, after he hit that wall, the car got really, really tight. It was loose before that, obviously. You guys saw it on TV, how loose that car got. He got it tightened up. They calmed him down. They're bringing him down pit road now, so they're good to go to the finish. But again, that right front fender was doing more damage than good, so they're trying to get that French racer back on the racetrack. Slow stop here on the left side now for the 6-car Betty Sharp Racing.
Boy, it almost looks like they need to pull that right front fender out a little bit more, doesn't it?
Well, they fell off the jack, and the tire guy pulled the top of the fender out. If I'm the crew chief or the driver, I want him down here pulling this green area. Pull it out where I can get me some more downforce, but the pit stop itself is going to kill him. The thing dropped off the jack, and it took him way longer than it should have.
17 also on pit road. That's Chase Matiola. He's been on pit road a couple times today.
Chase has been up in the top 15 here. Now he will give up that top 15 position as we see Craig Ghost on left of our screen lapping our 9-time champion Frank Kimmel. That only leaves 9 cars now on the lead lap with a pit stop by Nelson Piquet Jr.
Won't be long before Craig Ghost will be coming to pit road as well. All these leaders will be making stops here. That's all they'll need. 4 tires now, some gas, and they'll be set to the finish.
We talked earlier about with our race analysis what the fuel window was, 40 to 50 laps. It looks as though Craig Ghost is closing in on it here, as he now is going to make the decision to make the hard left turn and come on to pit road.
He has to be very careful. No speeding on pit road. You want no penalty. He's got such a good car here. Just don't give it up on pit road.
And what a long drive he has, because he is in pit stall number 1.
Look how long this pit road is.
And it seems like in the car even longer, doesn't it?
That's why it's important to remember what you said, Phil. No penalties. We've got a fast car. We got a lead. We need to be conservative on this pit stop. We don't have to force the issues. I'll come down pit road at the right speed. You guys just give me a normal, consistent pit stop. Wendy, is that what's happening?
That's what it looks like. They are going to make another track bar adjustment, but a stop for why the crew chief is going to be 4 tires wide, or 2 tires by some other guys on pit road. Craig Ghost told me his car was better on the short runs yesterday. From today's run, I do not believe it. Trouble on the left rear tire causes a longer pit stop for our leader, Craig Ghost, which I'm not sure if that will be quite enough on that lead. He had about 3.5 seconds when he came down pit road.
Tim George sideways. He may have had to drive around the car to get in. We saw Rob Brent leaving pit road.
Quite a few cars on pit road now. Again, when our leader took to pit road, there was 11 cars on the lead lap. Now we only have 8 cars on the lead lap.
Brian Silas driving off pit road. Strong run for that car today. Oh, we got a spin. Is that going to bring out a caution?
That's at the entrance to pit road.
Let's see if Chase Mattioli spins right at the entrance of pit road. No caution flag as of yet. We'll see if he gets rolling again. And now the caution flag comes out. Unbelievable bad luck for Craig Ghost.
I'll tell you, the caution flag coming out while he was on pit road last week was what helped him get the lead and win that race. Unfortunately, this is not going to be the same for him today.
Mikey Kyle had not pitted.
And Mikey Kyle is out in front. He is scored as your race leader. Take a look at this. Mikey Kyle's team cheering it on, knowing that they're out front this time when the caution comes out.
Sometimes it's about a break here or there, and that's a big break.
Yeah, that's Kevin Reed, crew chief for Mikey Kyle, and he's one happy guy.
Now again, Craig Ghost was your race leader for 75 laps. He was out in front of this field of the 100-lap race, came to pit road on a routine pit stop, green flag pit stops, and the caution comes out because the 17 of Chase Mattioli spins coming on to pit road.
And you know what? When these races are said to be 100 laps, you got to run all 100, and you got to be in front when it counts.
Take another look. This is the 17. He wasn't coming to pit road at that time. He was way up the racetrack.
Remember, he was just on pit road a couple laps ago.
I think that car just got loose with him and got away from him, and he wound up right at the entrance of pit road and couldn't get going. And
he does a nice job holding those brakes, locking those brakes down, avoiding the end of pit wall right there.
Our Aaron's lucky dog is going to go to 9-time champion Frank Kimmel, and so Kimmel will be back on the lead lap. That puts 5 cars on the lead lap at Michigan International Speedway. Gorgeous day for racing and bad luck for Craig Ghost because the caution came out when he was just coming off of pit road, and that put him a lap down after dominating 75 laps of this race.
All the lead lap cars are eligible to pit right now, and that means 4. There's only 4 of them, Jim.
4 lead lap cars, Jim.
And that green number 60, Patrick Churchill will bring them down. He's getting second behind the 2.5. The 2.5 of Mikey Kyle has made some distance on the racetrack, and now here on pit road, the 2.5 is going to come in for a minor air adjustment to help the loose off condition off of turn 2 we talked about. So we'll see how that team does with the 4-tire change. Now Schultzer comes down. He said the last change they made, a 3-round change, would made it snappy loose at turns 1 and 2. Now 2 rounds out of the left rear with the adjustment there as they take 4 tires. Now let's go down to Wendy.
Joey Coulter, who was in 3rd when he came down pit road, could not get on the bottom. He would lose the front tires. Crew chief Harold Hawley is making a 1.5 round down on the right rear track bar, along with an air pressure adjustment, 4 tires, and it looks to be a solid stop for Joey Coulter.
The 32 of Justin Marks is the other car on pit road. He's that black car with a green hood right there, still in his pits. He just did make his way to pit road. There's the Construct Corp Toyota for Justin Marks. Nice job by those guys to keep him on the racetrack and catch this caution flag.
What about our first 3 cars? 3 of the 4 cars on the lead lap are our first 3 cars in points. So, you know, with all the twists and turns, the guys up in the top in points are going to take advantage of that.
Maybe it's not accidental that they're the top 3 cars in points.
I was thinking the same thing. We didn't see all that much speed out of some of these guys. Justin Marks hadn't been up near the front, but now when we're getting down to pay out the points, he's one of the guys that's right up in the front.
So the race off pit road will put a potential winner of this race out in front of the field with only 5 cars on the lead lap.